Good afternoon, friends. My name's Jeff Streeter. If you don't know me, I live in Northwest Missouri, and that's about all there is to say. I'm nobody important. About a year ago, year and a half ago, I envisioned having something to serve veterans and other folks. And I come up with an idea and kicked it around with a few people, and we now have a team. We have a few sponsors, and we have some help. We have a facility. If you know Northwest Missouri, it's off of I-35, a couple miles south of Wallace State Park on 69 Highway. The most important thing about this plan, we have one retreat a month during camping season, and there is no cost. That is the most important goal. I see groups that request sponsorship, pay for this, pay for that, whatever, sponsor veteran, and they can go do something. You know what? It turns into a money game, and I don't like money games. I only like helping people. Um, there's a person with the same vision that we have, and he built a facility several years ago, unbeknownst to myself or anybody else, really. Uh, it's a 300-acre farm, and he has a building that he built. I think it's like 100 by 50 with like a Western movie set, bathrooms, showers, uh, male and female, of course, commercial grade kitchen, you know, plenty of room, tables, you name it, you know, you have it at your disposal pretty much. And he built this for veterans. After several attempts to get folks out there, he was unsuccessful. And then a friend of his saw a flyer that we put together, and he reached out to myself and Mike Dickerson, and we met up with him, and it's been great ever since. We had our first retreat last year at Watkins Mill Park. It's a state park a little ways east of here, and it worked. You know, it was a workable location. But then Don approached us and said, I built a facility, and this is exactly my vision is exactly what you guys are doing. So we started having our retreats at the Turnbull Farm, right here, Northwest Missouri, I-35, up by Wallace State Park, just 3 miles south of Wallace State Park. Get on Facebook and go to, just do a search for Veterans Camping Initiative on Facebook, and it will lead you right to the Turnbull Farm. We have a map. There's a flyer up with the entire year, this season of our events. We're doing May 19th, June 23rd, July 21st, August 11th, September 27th, and October 13th. That is set. We have retreats set for those weekends. Um, Activities. We have food, beverages, fishing, camper hookups, showers. There's 300 acres there, commercial kitchen, and I'm going to try this year to incorporate some archery. We also, Don's been doing hay rides. He's got uh, like a wooded, he's got timber in the back, and he'll take the tractor and the uh, the hay trailer out there, and we're working on it. We're pretty much completed. We can accommodate two wheelchairs on each hayride, so you know, handicap accessible. Everything in the shop as well in the barn is handicap accessible. So if you struggle to get around, we totally understand, and we will do everything to accommodate you. If you get lost out there on the gravel roads, that's fine. There's a phone number you can call. Call me. We'll come drag you out and get you over there. The retreats themselves, you don't have to stay all weekend. You don't even have to stay all day. You want to come out for an hour, you want to come out for breakfast in the morning on Sunday with the wife and kids or whatever, come on out. If you want to stay the whole weekend, you want to bring your camper out, bring the camper out, hook it up, and camp out in your camper if you're like my wife and like the lap of luxury. If you like tent camping, that's okay. We got you covered. Um, I do need a few things though. We're looking. We need some tents and we need some fishing gear. We have, I don't know, 2 dozen cots, so we do have the cots covered. And there's a few beds out there if you need to stay inside and you don't have a camper. We can accommodate that too. I don't have a ton of fishing gear, so if you don't have fishing gear your own, I'll do what I can. I did build a bunch of cane poles last year, so if you got kids that like to go out, we can have the kids do some cane pole fishing. Always fun. Um, but I like to stick to these groups right here: vets, active duty, reservist, National Guard. Um, and we want to try to structure it to where maybe Sunday is a family day or Sunday morning breakfast. I'm usually the guy that cooks breakfast, and dinner on Saturdays usually provided. We have a sponsor in Kansas City, Wolfpack Barbecue. Very, very good, exceptional actually. And if you want something else, special requests, just shoot them to me, and I'll rustle up some money and go buy what you need. Um, we do have, I don't have it up here, but Veterans Camping Initiative on GoFundMe. We do have a GoFundMe page if you'd like to make financial contributions. Those are definitely welcome. But as far as coming out and spending the weekend at a retreat, uh, no money is involved. You just get out there, push, pull, or drag, right? Just come on out and decompress. We want to focus on escape, camaraderie, belonging, and relaxation. If you feel like you need to get away from the day-to-day grind and you're sick of your phone ringing and your boss, you know, reaching down your throat and asking you for more, you just want to go away, just go away. If you want to drop off the mat for the weekend. That was really the vision behind this. My cousin Eric came back from Afghanistan and Qatar and Turkey and all of his other bullshit deployments. I'm not going to say it's bullshit deployments, but uh, he was in a position to where the manpower situation was minimal and they needed people overseas in certain areas, and it kind of sucked. Not kind of, it really sucked. And he was in a dark place. He'll tell you that himself. And he said, I just want to drop off the map. And I said, we can do this. We can grab our camping gear and just go camping. He says, man, I'd love to do that. He says, I'll even get the tent. So our first camping adventure, I think it was in 2015, but I can't be for sure. Um, we we loaded up he had all his gear set outside. He was down there in Lawton. Well, no, take that back. He was in Oklahoma City. Um, Gosh, Tinker Air Force Base. Anyway, he lived off base. Family, he bought a house down there and everything. And by the time I got there, I had my camping gear. By the time I got there, he had everything set out. We loaded up. We went down to Fort Sill. They have a very nice facility. We spent the weekend just camping. Disappeared off the map. No phone calls, no nothing. Just relaxation. And of course, there was a ton of Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts next door to us that were raising a ruckus, but we still had a wonderful time. With the exception of Fire Marshal Bill, he was no fun. He come over and yelled and bitched at us, and then we got to looking around. Everybody else had their fires in the elevated fire pits, the metal ones that you buy at the store. You could put your fire in that, and no fire on the ground. Well, we're very adept at we're skilled firemen, right? So we like dig a hole, and nope, not good enough. So we were like, fine, that's fine. We jumped in the truck, drove to the store, bought a fire pit, and brought it back, and we had a fire and fish, and a bunch of damn turtles that we ended up having to kill. They was infested, but anyway, good times, and we were able to do that. It established camaraderie and the sense of escape. Nobody knows where you're at. You're just going to go decompress, and the world can just leave you alone, right? Just for a weekend. I mean, we're not we're not running away or nothing, um, but it's nice to get out and just not be a part of society or be a part of your own little society. And we ended up camping, pretty much once every 3 or 4 months, even during the early winter. I want to say it was March, cold, cold up by the Missouri River, um, over Leavenworth area, and yeah, it was chilly willy. But we just the adventures, that's half of it. Is just go out and I don't know, just do, you know, uh, fend for yourself sometimes. But the Turnbull Farm is a location where you can go out there and you know you're isolated, but you still have luxuries of the real world. We've got running water and food and a kitchen and a refrigerator, all that. We have the necessities. So if you want to be comfortable, you can pick your comfort level. If you want to go out into the woods and set up a tent out in the middle of the woods and have your own little fire and do whatever, we will come up there and we will sit around the fire with you and hang out. If you just want to go up there, set up a fireplace and fire pit and camp a tent and be alone, that's fine too. But we just want you guys to come out, ladies as well. Everybody's welcome. Um, we had 15, 20, but the numbers, I'd like to see them grow. I'd like to see a consistent 15 or a consistent 20 every month, and that's where I'm looking for participation. So if you know a veteran, or you are a veteran, or even if you're active duty and you're around here, or you're home on leave during the summer, plan a trip up here. Look up our calendar and come up. And if you would like to make a financial contribution or material contribution, let us know. Reach out to me. Go to the GoFundMe side, or reach out to me, and I'll come pick up whatever gear. If you say I got a bunch of fishing poles, I will come out. I will pick them up and try to piece them together. Whatever it takes to get this all done. Sorry, my clock's going off. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's that time of day. Time for me to get back to work after getting home from work. But I'm putting this together. Everything's set. We've got sponsorship from several different people. Look up the flyer. Print that flyer off. It's on Facebook. Print it off and hand it out. And have people look up directions and come on up and visit us for the weekend. And again, if you need any assistance in building, more of the more attendance to our retreats, if you need paperwork or paper, just paper, and you want to print stuff off, I'm willing to donate whatever it takes to get these resources out there, so people know what we've got going on, and that they're welcome to come and enjoy a weekend away from the rest of the world. That's kind of what we're providing, and that's what we're all about. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments, ask them, reach out. Don't hesitate. I will answer all questions. Hey, thanks for your time. Thanks for your time. You have a wonderful weekend.